What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another tremendous video. Got my guy right here sitting down in lovely Mexico. Millionz, how are you, good sir?
I'm good, brother. I've just got back. Actually, we've been out getting some tacos and churros tonight. Took the family out for some fine tacos, the finest tacos in the area, and they were fine. And we stopped some churros. Yo, they were so good, so freaking good. There's some great places in Roma where we're living now. We're just kind of sport for choice. So I said to the missus, "Don't cook tonight. We're going out for tacos. It's been a bullish day. We deserve some freaking good quality tacos and some churros." So I've just raced back, and I'm a little bit late, so apologies for that. But we made it. It's been an insane day. So much to talk about. So
you made it back a whole lot earlier than I did last week. So I promise you're 100% in the clear.
Love it. So yeah, I'm fully satiated with tacos and churros. I've got the bullish tropical cup, the Hawaiian shirt. It must have been a good day. Yes. So yeah, we got lots to talk about, man. What a freaking insane day. I mean, I'd imagine a lot of the people coming into the chat now probably saw the AMA with Aaron earlier on today. So yeah, man. I mean, Depth and G Blue have been going freaking ballistic. So we can check those charts out, and yeah, we can talk more on that.
Get some of this queued up here.
Man, let's do it,
guys.
How you been, mate? Anyway, how you been? Sorry, I've been
doing good, man.
I'm on a taco high.
Yeah, I got to taco high, man. Just make sure you don't get the meat sweats.
No chance.
Nah, we went to the beach today, man. I got a chance to chill out and just hang out, man. It was a nice day. It was a really nice day. Hey guys, no matter what channel you're watching on, hit the like, drop a comment. Oh, you know what we forgot to do, man? I forgot to get you to hit the collaboration setting on your live, man. We were kind of in a rush. But
I can maybe I don't think it'll let me do it while the stream's running, but I can definitely do it after. So let me look into that, because I haven't even done a thumbnail or anything. I'm going in raw tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. Mexico in the raw.
Yeah, mate. Spicy.
Let's see. Let's get some screen time going here. Here we go. All right, so let's pull up the market as a whole, just see how we're looking to kind of set the vibe on this. So this is the daily on TradingView on the overall crypto market cap. Let me see if I can blow this up some. Yes, I can. So there is yeah, there we go. Can you see it better now? So that's the total market cap right now for the market. And looking at this, we've really and truly been trading sideways. Oh, and not to mention, guys, we got 6-7 people on. If you got a comment about subjects you know that we've been covering, put them in the comments, because we're going to make sure that we stay into it. Oh, I got to show you this game tonight, Bubbles. I've been into it about a week now. It's really neat. And Brett, thank you for reminding everybody to hit the like. All right, so the total crypto market cap. So this is February the 6th. It's up 23.83% since February. But you and I have talked about it, man. It really feels like sideways motion right now the majority of the time. I mean, right?
Yeah, it's been a real slog. And it's part of the reason why, you know, I've been fine with DCA throughout this whole period of time. I mean, you know, yes, we could have another little downturn before we, you know, hopefully get the bull run that everyone wants. But I've got no issue with DCA in at the moment. This sideways. It just feels right for me to be doing that. So I'm just trying to buy a little bit every day of stuff. You know, even if it's $10 a Bitcoin a day or $10 of Ethereum a day. It just when we get the big dips, yeah, I'll go in a little heavier. But I just like to buy a little something every day. It feels right.
Yeah, and especially with the discussion that we've had over the past couple of weeks. This is now week 5 of this. Can you believe that?
Wow, we've been really consistent.
Yeah. I think everybody's really
a
starting to appreciate that because we got more viewers starting to pile in now.
Yeah, man. I mean, because when we first go live, the algorithm doesn't start really sending it out straight away. So if we've got people joining us already, then that's freaking awesome. And big shout out to everyone in the chat. Make yourself known, guys, as well.
Yeah, Sideways is definitely great for yield farming.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
So it's great. Let's do this. Let's start with the hot topic of the day. And let's go to Topaz. What did I do with the Topaz? Where'd it go?
I've already connected my wallet and set my airdrop address. I've done it.
Yeah.
You know when it's life of a toddler, you forget to do stuff, and a week goes by, and you think, "Oh shit, I haven't done that yet." I thought, I'm going to do it straight away. I'll do it while the stream's on. I'm going to go straight in and do it. Blockchain money is in the house. We are watching.
Right.
Great to have you, bro. Yeah, it's one of those things that I can't. No, I'm not going to miss out on this airdrop. You know, I've got a fairly solid bag in this ecosystem, so I want my freaking airdrop. So, guys, you can go on if you missed the AMA earlier. The website Peter's about to bring up, you can already go on now right away. And Aaron was saying the most important address will probably be the one where you're holding obviously the majority of your tokens, or where your depth NFT is being held. So get that linked up and make sure you're not going to miss out on the airdrop. It gives you all the information on here. You know, after the stream, whatever, while you're listening, go on there, do it. And just so you don't want to miss out on the airdrop. And they're doing the snapshot, I think, is it on the 22nd or between the 22nd and 24th of April?
22nd and 24th, and they're not going to say what time either.
So stack those assets, stack them up higher. The higher your tier in depth, the greater your airdrop's going to be. You know, they're going to be looking at what G Blue you're holding, everything like that. So basically, your exposure to the ecosystem is going to be super important for this airdrop.
Yeah, and you know, I've had some discussions with a lot of people this week, and I want everybody watching to really absorb a lot of this in, is LP participation in all the projects that we're going to talk about tonight is so key. It is so important because Millionz, I know you probably have these conversations with people all the time too. They go, well, I bought the token and I'm just holding it. Isn't that good enough? Well, yeah, but that's only one part of earning. I mean, you can make, and I like to actually call it superficial value, because a lot of people, they always, oh, look at here. It's Mr. Topaz himself. He's in the house.
Aaron, great job today, mate. It was a great AMA. Probably the most bullish AMA I've ever experienced. I was hyped. I was back from the gym. I was still high on pre-workout. I was trying to hype the crowd, just in case people didn't realize what a massive deal this is. But I think people do realize, because just look at the charts. They're going crazy, which is awesome. Yeah. I actually dropped 2K of fresh powder just before the AMA, about 10-15 minutes before the AMA. I dropped another 2K of fresh powder in 50-50 G Blue and depth, and you know, as you can imagine, that's already up substantially. So I wasn't going to wait for that AMA. I knew it was going to be bullish. This is going to
be the chart to watch tonight. This right here. Look, yeah, this right here. Let's see. Let's find the right emoji for it. That goes right there.
Yeah, big smiley face. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the indicator for today. Because
36%.
Yeah, just today, when he pulled out when he made the announcement about the Dex, it went up 36% just today.
See, that's why I didn't wait for the AMA. I'm getting in before the AMA. I ran back from the gym. I'd already done enough working out, but I got back there quickly and got that buy in nice and quick because I knew it was going to be bullish. I didn't have all the details, but I just had a feeling it was going to be a big one. So, but I mean, look, as Aaron mentioned in the AMA earlier, which I'm sure we're going to get onto this more in a bit, but if you're buying G Blue under $25, if you're buying depth under 60 cent, ahead of this, call it a sacrifice, you're going to be getting a good deal because they're the prices that you're going to receive back in the token. So it's there's still tons of opportunity in here as well, which is awesome.
So this is the airdrop link right here. Maximize your token allocation. What to do before the snapshots. Positions are valued in USD at snapshot. Exact point weights aren't published, blah, blah, blah. So here's the thing. And this is what everybody needs to log in depending on what you're going to do. Hold G Blue and G Blue ETH positions. Me personally, I'm holding just G Blue because if G Blue is about to shoot up to 25 bucks, like was talked about in the AMA today, I want that value appreciation. And then hold depth tokens and so NFTs. I'm Abyssal. What is your level for a depth?
Bathial, the one below you.
That's right.
Yeah, so, you went in heavier with the but then I've got after today, after going in with some more depth, I've already kind of probably got halfway to the next tier again. So I might just push on and get up to Abyssal soon. So
yeah, it's that pays 361 depth per day, and if depth shoots to 60 cents, that is, let's see, 361 times 0.6. Yeah, $216.60 a day.
Yeah,
at 60 cents per depth token. So tremendous, if I must say.
That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all.
So this is pretty self-explanatory. Hold depth tokens and SOL NFTs. Link the G Blue Telegram bot. If you guys listen, guys, if you're not in Telegram, I cannot tell you how much information that you're missing out on. Millionz. I've got a couple of hard heads in my community that they just go, I'll do it someday. And I'm like, you're literally leaving money on the table by not jumping into Telegram. It's not going to bite you.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I was actually a bit of a latecomer to doing that because I don't do crypto on my phone. I do it on my computer, except for a couple of exchanges for some small stuff. I pretty much do everything on a laptop. So I hadn't linked my Telegram up at all until recently. Well, I did it all via my computer. So you can link up via, if you're someone like me who doesn't do much crypto on their phone, you can still link up your Telegram and link the wallets via your computer on the Telegram app on your desktop or whatever. And you can get into the whale group. So me and Peter are both in the whale group because we've got enough, what would you call it, points, enough exposure to this.
It's basically it's a participation oriented group to where you have to have a certain amount of holdings, but you have to be linked to the Telegram bot. You have to be linked to the X. You have to be linked to all of it to ensure.
It takes 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to do it. It's like, and as Peter was saying, the value that you can get from the whale group, us guys got some information, probably before everyone else, in terms of just because we've linked up our wallets and there's probably a lot of people that could be in there that just haven't linked up their Telegram, and there's a lot of value to be in there. It's a great community, and just obviously the normal Telegram is great as well, but the whale group is very valuable. So get your asses in there, guys and gals, and you won't regret it.
Yeah, and if you guys are interested in how Topaz works, go back and look at Millionz videos and mine on Borean. They're both similar, but they're going to be a little bit different. There's going to be different assets involved. Did you notice today the community tokens that he talked about?
In terms of like book and bus and stuff?
Yeah. So this has got me interesting. So what got me interested. So like over here, this little guy right here that had a really good life during book, but it just for obvious reasons it went down. But now it has a new opportunity in life. So this hit the bottom right around the summer of last year. When there's correct demand and volume for it, I would love to see it get back up to 20 cents. And right now it has 3 zeros and a 2. So after you do your sacrifice and get dropped in, I don't know anything about it, but if Topaz takes off like it should, I mean, there's only the the um, the liquidity on bus is only 6.2K. So I mean, a couple of decent buys on that, someone's going to make a good return on their money, and it's already done really good so far.
Yeah, I love that. I did hear a little bit of the discussion about book getting a gauge. So, and it might end up as being like the unofficial mascot,
Right.
with the bookworm and stuff. So it'd be awesome to see that coming back on, into vision again. So there's a lot of opportunity in this ecosystem. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to drop the freaking hammer on this Topaz thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop the freaking hammer. I've taken. I think you touched on it a minute ago, Peter, that you've taken your you've disbanded your LP and you've gone all in G Blue. So I've done the same thing. That's exactly what I've done. So I wanted to do it ahead of today, thinking about the, obviously potential price increase after the AMA or during the AMA, which was exactly what we saw. So I got out of the Ethereum because the Ethereum is the stability. I love that LP. It's great. And I probably will be going back into it at some point, but I wanted to be fully exposed to G Blue today. So I'm all in G Blue and depth right now. So I haven't got any LP. I've liquidated some fair few $1,000s, worth of LP to be all in G Blue and depth. So yeah, and it's at the moment it seems like the right decision, and definitely looking for a nice healthy airdrop as well. So that's going to be interesting. So we're going to be able to go and check the airdrop soon. Actually, I think after the snapshot, we're going to be able to go in and check the wallet and see what kind of airdrop we're going to be getting, which is very exciting stuff, man.
Yeah. A little news in the world of Abyss. Down here in the dashboard, I have officially gone into less than $1,000 for the net position. So, and that is decreasing rapidly now with this price going up because now at the rate that I'm at, it's $170 a day, and with depth starting to go up even more, that daily rate's going to get even better. So
yeah,
that'll be really good to see this getting chopped down, and even with you and Bathiel, I guess, yours should come down even faster as well.
Yeah. I haven't even checked mine actually. I need to have a look at that. I'm just at the moment, I'm just collecting up all the depth. I'm stacking it as high as I can, maximum exposure, all in, balls deep. to get when that snapshot goes off, I want to be as deep as possible and have everything, all my ducks in a row. So that's what I'm doing. I'm claiming every day, stacking up the depth. I've now got a shit ton of G Blue, and I'm just chilling now. I'm chilling with the tropical drink, and life is good.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too, man. You got any? I don't really have any other plays on BNB right now.
No, not really. I do a little bit of yield farming. Yeah, nothing crazy.
I'm gonna pull out the long lost cousin. Gotta show it every week. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This
Still paying.
This is
Still
not going to be in Topaz, but you know, I still love me some MSS. It's cheap right now, I know,
but it works.
Whenever I need some change each week, I run this thing up to 10%. When it hits 20%, I buy enough to bring it back down to 0, and it still works. Still works.
It's easy to do because it's so cheap to build your position with it back up. So it still works. The contract still works. I've maybe some people were disappointed it wasn't going to be included, but the thing is there's so many other opportunities in the ecosystem right now. We can't get too greedy. Maybe it will have its day again somewhere down the line. So I'm keeping my account going. I'm keeping it flowing, just in case. You never know with DeFi. You never know, or you never know what Aaron's going to cook up. You just don't know. He's a master of surprises. I mean, sometimes it's just like you get like a massive hit, like depth. It's like depth comes from here, and then it's like Topaz comes from here. It's like there's so much crazy stuff going on, man. That guy is like he's like Gordon Ramsay of DeFi.
Aaron, you hear that, man? You're Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, man. If you're in the chat, make yourself known, guy. It's just cool to be hanging out with people, in this space. So let us know if you're watching. If you've got any questions or comments or anything, just drop them in there. We'll go through the chat in a sec as well. Actually, Blue Chip Chips in the house.
Bigo, que paso?
Here he is. Yeah, man. It's good to have you in the house, brother. Brett Hartman, coolest name in DeFi.
Hell. So let's tiptoe through the hanging out with you guys when I'm at dinner on my phone. Can only watch one channel, not both. It's all right. Just drink that dirty martini, man.
Yeah. What are you having, Aaron? What's on the menu tonight?
Oh,
let us know.
Let's see. It's got to be a steak and a dirty martini, and what does he get? Side of asparagus, I think it is.
Always works.
So, Millionz, tiptoe. We're not going to touch that right there. It's too positive of a week. Let's see. So, tiptoeing through the world. Let's go over here to this darling right here. This is another project that is still paying. Ethereum is down right now, but you're in Bernard bonds. I'm in DexFi bonds. It's the same world because they both join together. Coming up, I'll wind up dipping some more into this and DCA and getting ready for the, there it is. 10-ounce blue rare filet mignon with asparagus on the second martini.
Perfecto. Love that.
So on here, this is another one that it's not really producing out right now, but it still pays. And when liquidity comes back to the market, this will go up with the price of ETH, and it'll be good. Hello, Killis. How are you?
Great to have you in the chat, Killis. Hope you're well. We've got some awesome people in the chat. How many people we got watching at the moment, Peter?
We've got 25 watching right now.
Wow. How far are we in? This is like we're only 23 minutes in, so this is awesome, man. Yeah, we're trying to stay consistent. We're on a more similar time zone now, so it tends to be a little bit easier to match up these lives. So
yes,
good evening to you as well. Hope you're having a good one, whatever you're doing.
Yeah. When you head back across the pond, it'll get hard again, but it'll be all right.
Yeah. We're still deciding how we're going to split things up in terms of here. I mean, it's a really cool lifestyle here. I love Mexico, and there's rumors. I might be going back and bringing a certain Mr. Wookums here because we have to decide what's going to be best for him. And as much as I don't, I've figured out a way that I can travel with him in the cabin with me.
Yeah.
you know, it will be in business class as well, so he's got plenty of room. And but I won't have him in the hold. So I've had to figure out a way I can do it, and there is a way. So where there's a will, there's a way. But I don't want to be traveling back and forth with him. So if we bring him here, you know, he will live here. And yeah, so if I go back to the UK anytime soon, I'll probably be bringing him back with us. So that'd be awesome. But
Nice.
yeah, we haven't decided yet. I mean, we have the year rental here, so we're 3 months in so far. And you know, but we've got family in the UK, so we might end up doing maybe 3 months in the UK and 9 months here. You know, that seems like a nice, you know, like a nice balance. We can go back for Christmas and New Year and have all that cool stuff in the UK, which is a nice time in the UK. Tends to be a kind of a positive time, and then and then back over here, sort of, you know, February onwards. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I'm in most of the time we're gonna have a similar time zone, so it's super easy, and it's fun doing these lives, man. We're getting some really cool people to hang out with, and sort of chat about DeFi and crypto. So what's the blockchain money saying? I'm buying a bond a day with house money from ArbCore. Yeah, I mean, you know, moving from higher risk into stability is never a bad move, I don't think. These are long-term holds for me, so I'm not in a rush with DexFi and Bernard bonds. I did actually see the other day, I know they're the same platform, but my Bernard bonds are fully viewable on the DexFi website. So it doesn't really matter what site you use, you're going to get the same outcome on both. But if you're bullish on ETH, it seems like a really, really cool place to park the ETH and just earn some returns. But when we got in, I think it was like 78% APR. So
yeah,
the volume since then has come down, but it's fully doxed project. The AJ and Co. fully doxed. The wallets are doxed. Complete transparency. That's the massive selling point here. And I've seen these bonds at $250 a piece. So if you're buying in these, you know, under $40 a bond, then that's got a lot of headroom as the volume comes back into the market. So there's one thing this thing does, and it does pay. It pays exactly what it says it's going to pay. You can pull your funds at any point with minus 10%, because 10% stays in the protocol, which is fair. And yeah, so AJ and Co are doing a good duty for DeFi. They're out there, transparent. They're bringing the value, much like what we say about Aaron and the team. They're transparent. Their faces are out there. They're bringing the value to DeFi. And there's a lot of sharks and snakes in this space. So I like to really push the guys and gals that are doing the good work. And yeah, they're definitely some of those people.
Yeah. So in the world, all right. So guys, we're currently in the world of EVM. We are going to jump over to SUI, but on. So this, I'm not even going to connect to it, but on this site here, Millionz and that guys, they stopped paying on the loops that we had in December of last year. And a lot of people are doing loop C's. We're not putting a single dime or penny back into this until any funds that they have released come back out to us. So that's, if anybody wants to know where we stand on it, I mean, Millionz, unless you got something else to say on that, that's where we stand on that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I lend a mate some money and he doesn't pay me back, I'm not going to lend him any more money. So
right.
I'm not no, sorry, they've defaulted. So once a platform's defaulted, you go into DeFi, there's a big level of trust, right? And we're just talking about the trustworthy guys.
Right.
When you go into DeFi, you know that you're risking, especially with faceless platforms, but there is obviously massive gains that can be made. Like Bitness has paid out a lot of money. You know, we've both done really well out of it. I know virtually everyone I know has done really, really well out of Bitness, but it is a risk. And as soon as that trust is gone, that's kind of it. You know, the day they stopped paying, that was the day that I stopped putting anything else into it. There's no more loop C, there's no nodes, because all the time that they're in default, I can't warrant, obviously, you know, if they pay me back I think I've got about $3,000 they owe me. If they pay me back my $3,000, which I'm not holding my breath, but maybe I'll put 500 back in as a sign of goodwill. But you know, that's going to be basically it. You know,
So
trust is
something
gone.
big in trust, and I know you and I have talked about this, is liquidity, and especially to make sure a project that you participate in is solvent. And on this, especially in G Blue, so just in this pair here, the G Blue wrapped Ethereum pair on Abstract, liquidity right now is 350K, and the market cap is 639K, with a ton of transactions, a ton of volume. So that shows you that this is a very solvent project on here that has a great liquidity to market cap ratio.
Wow. Yes. Look at that price. Wow. 1740. Yeah, that's exactly why I dropped the hammer again before the AMA, because you know Aaron is cooking right now. You know, it's like putting your money on a team that's in form. So that's how I see it right now with Aaron and the team. So yeah, it's very solvent. It's that G Blue ETH is a lovely pairing. It's really, really, really nice. And as I said to you earlier, I will be going back in to that, but I want maximum G Blue exposure right now before this snapshot, especially. So we'll see what strategy I want to pull out after that. But yeah, it's a really nice pair. It's been paying out really nicely. So even if you were on Arborian, you were getting the ABX straight into your wallet. You can do whatever you like with it. Or if you're on the native page and just having it as like an auto compound, you're probably doing actually better, because it's auto compounding 4 times a day. So that does add up over time. So either way, you're earning really nicely in that G Blue ETH pair. So it's a really, really nice pair. That
This blue bar right here represents 9 days and 10 hours. And if you would have bought G Blue on April the 7th, you would be up 122.37% on your money right now.
What bear market? Seriously. If you're in these circles, you won't be feeling too bearish right now.
No, you won't, because like Brett said earlier, a sideways market. I mean, a sideways market has been paying out great recently for both of us with the talks that we have on all of this.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, you can even sit and watch your money go up and down, your value go up and down, or you can put it to work like some employees. Like, I always like to have a portion of my portfolio working for me, because there's one thing I hate doing is I hate selling my principal. I really hate that. It's a real thing I don't like doing, is selling my principal. I like to sell the yield. You know, if I'm going to sell anything, I want to sell the yield. I want those funds, those tokens working for me all the time, and bringing me value, because it's just how it works. This is what finance should be doing. It's flowing. That's why there's so much liquid terminology in money: cash flow, banks, river banks, bail in, bail out. It's all to do with or currency. It's all to do with water, and that's exactly what your funds should be doing. It should all be flowing and flowing and flowing. So yield farming is a great way to do that, because you're basically providing the capital and receiving the fees back, and never having to sell your principal. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, the only time I've ever told somebody that it makes sense to quote sell is if you're zapping into LP, and that way you can when you zap into LP, it's technically as a sell, but the liquidity doesn't leave the project. In SUI, so here's SUI Trump, Richie's baby token, or his child, and on this, it's been on an uptrend since March 29th of this year. We don't. There's not a. I don't think there's a measuring tool on Noodles. I wish they would put it on here, but on this, let's see if we can find it on here. I'm sure we can. It'd help if I'd spell it right. There we go. See this. No, that ain't it. It's a new pair. Okay, here we go.
That looks more like it.
Yeah, so SUI Trump, pretty much since February the 12th, you would have bought it, and then at the low, yeah, you'd be up 118% right now on your money.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, in this chart, this is obviously not the liquidity for SUI Trump, but this is just to show you the gain on it. You've been in the farm on SUI Trump for a while, right?
Yeah, the SUI Trump USD. No. I got rid of all my stable positions. I'm only in sort of volatile tokens now because I feel like, we're in the lower end of things. So I want the upside potential of the volatility. So I'm willing to risk that. So I think I'm in the SUI Trump victory pool. I think that's the one I'm in. I'd need to double check. I'm in the Tree SUI. Oh, it might be the SUI Trump SUI. I'll have to check. I'll check for next week. But I've got 3 active pools in SUI farm at the moment. So
yeah,
it's doing its job, man. It's doing like we were discussing last week. Is that TVL obviously wants SUI, wants some of these other coins wake up a little bit, come off the bottom. We're going to get some really, really nice volume, and especially the protocols that are proving themselves in the bear market will probably do really well in the bull market because the trust is going to be there. So, SuiDex has been outstanding, for the past, well, however many months we've been in. It's been a long time now, but it's been paying out. So I went in today. I think I had another $30 or $40 to claim in there today. So I've put that into SUI, and I'm going to be buying some more tree with that this evening. Once Millionz is in bed, you might be able to hear him in the background. He's causing Mrs. Millionz some aggro bath time, but that's toddler life. But yeah, I'll be probably buying some more tree this evening. And I don't know if you're going to be discussing the turbo stuff on here.
Oh, absolutely,
yeah.
man.
So I'm going to be heading over there, over to turbos, and dropping a few SUI in there in the pools over there for tree. So yeah, we'll get onto that in a bit. But yeah, that's what I'm doing anyway. So I've been building. I've taken some rewards. I've bought some Bitcoin on SUI before. It's the sort of thing you can position yourself however you want. But all you need to worry about is paying. It's a trusted team. They're battle hardened, doing a great freaking job for DeFi. So there's another shout out to another builder. Rich and the team have been doing a cracking job with SuiDex.
Yeah, his pairs, SUI Trump and USDC SUI Trump. Yeah, those have been doing really good. Check out the tree community, man. We're holding above that 30K TVL
nice.
level in SuiDex, and that's not only what we're holding on. We are, for the past week, we have had just absolutely great things going on. We've had, so today I got a couple of messages. People were asking if I was worried about some of the red candles coming up. And I told him, I said, no. And here's the reason why, because today on this, look at all the ads to LP for Tree today.
Mm.
I mean, we're talking hundreds of
Wow.
SUI getting added to LP. I mean, there was one removal right here, which we've had so much coming in over the past 2 days. I mean, we had almost 2K of just LP additions over the past 48 hours, which has been unbelievable because yeah, see, there's more coming in now because we're actually we've over 7 days, and I've decided what I'm gonna do every time we do a live. I'm gonna give a weekend review on Tree. We have had some absolutely great news coming out over this past week. First off, our volume is just above 40K. We're actually about to crack 43K for volume in for 7 days. And then let me show you the stats. Our stats for oh man, that's way too far in. There we go. So our stats over the past week, and this is a micro cap, y'all. We're at 51.87K liquidity, market cap 133.29K. But here's let's see. But what gets really exciting about it, if you go on the 7 day, our buy volume is outpacing our sell volume to the tune of the buy volume's been 23.35K, sell volume is 19.39K, and we've had 100 makers in the past week on the project. So, and 890 transactions. That's really exciting. I know that's not big project terms or big metrics, but for a small project like this to continue to rise in transactions like that, that is exciting. That is absolutely exciting.
Yeah, it's testament to the community. You know, there are people that are they're in this. They're not going anywhere. Myself as one of them. Obviously, with the NF trees coming up soon, very very exciting stuff. And you know yourself, Peter, you've been building trust. You've been building community and value in a bear market, and it's gonna the fruits of that are gonna show when the market really wakes up. So yeah, shout out to you, man. Yeah, why not? Let's just shout you out as well.
Well,
We never,
thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
I'm going to
It's
shout out Peter right now on this stream. Yeah, we're talking about builders tonight, proper builders, DeFi builders, and it's great to have so much stuff to talk about with people that you know we know their faces. You know, we know how to contact them. They do live streams. They've got Telegram, you know, communities and stuff. That's what DeFi should be all about. It's the people's money. You know, this is shouldn't be hiding behind AI masks and voices and stuff. This is, you know, if you're doing something of value, you should be proud of it and be out there. So yeah,
right.
there's some cool stuff going on.
So this is a new community that we just created. As a matter of fact, let me share this real quick. This is the SUI. Do you have a SUI name service NFT for your account?
I don't think I do.
You don't? You do or you don't?
No, I don't think I do.
Let me share this link. This is actually free. Typically, it's $10 to get one of these NFTs on SUI. But if you have 5 million or more tree, you can actually get this for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will be doing that.
Yeah. So my wallet now is Crypto Arborist at Tree on SUI. And yeah, and if you guys are bullish on the project and you want to attach yourself to our project to help advertise this, and if you're already holding enough token, that is what you call dad duty, folks. Millions just went on dad duty. But on this, you guys, what is the SUI name service? What you can do is, yeah, real life. It happens to all of us. Last week when I was late, it was real life that they got me here a little bit late. So you guys know how it goes. But on this, if you guys are in Tree, I just dropped the link in the comment section. It's not on Millionz channel. You'd have to drop the comment on his side. But if you guys would, if you're in Tree, it doesn't matter if you have a nightly wallet, Slush Wallet, whatever it is. Just follow this link and follow the directions on there, because basically what you have to do is when the NFT is minted, what'll happen is it'll give a wallet that it'll forward that it will attach it to, and then it'll give you a neat name, just like that right there, Crypto Arborist at Tree on SUI. So that's how you do that. Yeah, I told everybody.
I missed all that. I'm gonna have to actually go back and watch our stream again to figure that out. But I will. I will. Yeah. Yeah. Millionz, his book, his favorite book was in here with me in the office. So I had to get it for him because he wouldn't go to bed otherwise without it. So yeah. So oh, that's interesting. Okay. No, I didn't know about that. So I mean, I've got way more than 5 million trees, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'll get my yeah. Ping me the link and I'll check it all out. I'll go back and watch our stream.
I'll give it to you again, but it's actually in the comment section.
Beautiful. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to like the stream. Drop some comments in. Let's go through the comments, Peter. Actually, if there's
let's see, because Aaron's in here. He's in here business networking in the comments, which is good.
Love that. Love that.
Let's see. Yep, Aaron was reaching out to kill us there. We talked to Papa Crypto. Oh, we've already done that one. That's a BitNest comment. Waiting for them to pay out. I have a little over 3K. Yep,
yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, screw them. And not in the good way. Let's see. I'm cooking. I love big LPs and I love making community money. Yep, let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Furley. You want me to hop on? I have cool news about SUI. I'm not sure. Wise DGen, if you're still watching, put the update in the comments. We'd love to know what you got. SUI Trump rocks. SUI Trump tree and shock. Thank you. Aaron, there's Killis's reply to you for sure. Real life kicking my butt. Yep. Tell you, man, we're all adults in this. And Millionz, you know too, man. Real life, it will cut you off at the kneecaps.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. So aggressively looking to hire a full-time business development specialist. If anyone is qualified and interested, please let me know. Interesting.
If you're looking to expand your stuff to Mexico, Aaron, I'm out here. I can spread the word in Mexico.
Yes, right.
There's just quite fairly good crypto scene out here, actually.
Let's see, come back to our community issue. She's in the background, I know. Yep. See, there you go. I haven't left. I still pop in once in a while. I will try to become more active and participate. Yep. Tighten up. You have any other TG besides Blue, MSS, and Book? So he started a Topaz Telegram today. I forgot what the link was. If Aaron, if you're watching, share the link, man. I need to get hopped in there.
Yeah, I'm not in there. I joined them on X earlier because I've just been spreading the bullish word on X, but I didn't know they had a Telegram group yet. So
is it what is it on X? Is it called Topaz Deck? What?
I think it's the same. I think it's Topaz Dex. I think they kept it super simple so everyone can find them easily. If you can't find it, it'll be on my there you go. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get this thing going. Guys, everyone follow Topaz Dex on X and Telegram and everything. Let's really push this because this is like a crazy opportunity, I believe. In DeFi, this is going to be crazy. So
yeah, there's the link for it right there, you guys. Okay, good. They just need to put their Telegram link in there.
Yeah, if Aaron's watching, maybe he'll drop it in the comments for us. Definitely don't want to be missing out on anything.
Nope, definitely don't want to.
Are you streaming on X as well, Peter, tonight?
Yes. Yeah, you and I are both on X. And then it's on the Crypto Arborist channel, the Tree on SUI channel, and then on your YouTube channel. So we're in 5 places tonight.
Yeah, cool. I think I'm streaming on X as well. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are.
There we go.
Yeah, they got their API. Oh, here it is. Topaz Dex. Let's see. Let's get this to open. Yep, there it is.
I was explaining a little bit in the YouTube comments earlier because there's a few people saying, "Oh, a 4-year lock is a really long lock." And
well,
what I was trying to explain to people, go on, Peter.
Here's the thing, though. It's a lock, but it isn't a lock. You realize that, right?
Yeah. Well, but I mean, the way I always look at these things is that that lock is which is opening the doors to the fees. So I always say, well, that's a lock. I'm not even thinking about that. What I'm looking at now is what I can generate from the lock, like a nice quick ROI, and then the weekly pay packet. Basically the weekly paycheck for life. It's like I'm not thinking about those locked tokens 4 years down the line. Thinking I'm looking at what can I generate from these locked tokens. I pretty much mentally write off what I put into something like this. I'm not even thinking about. I'm just looking at as the heartbeat that is just going to be pumping out these weekly paychecks, basically forever for as long as the life of the DEX. And everyone can sort of just look and think, well, how quickly can I ROI from this? And then everything else from that point on is house money, it's profit. So yeah, I mean, I've been in stuff like this before that's done well. But I think this is like being on BNB chain has some absolutely insane. I mean, go and look at the volume on BNB; it'll blow your wig off. So it's the fact, we can look at stuff like Abstract, which is doing great for stuff like depth, but that's like a fraction, a tiny, teeny fraction of what BNB is doing. So the potential,
oh my gosh,
taking
man,
a tiny slice of that pie is crazy. It is wild.
Abstract had I don't remember the percentages. When they called it out earlier today, it was like in the 3% range of the volume that BNB generated. And an assumption that I made earlier, because see, here's an example. So lately, I know you've heard me talk about aggregation all the time, right? About making sure you hit the scanners. Well, what has happened this week is, let's see, talking about volume. See what showed up now, even on a bigger scale for Tree, and it's a newer chart, and it looks really weird right now because it's showing up as brand new, but the CETUS pool is now aggregating out there as well, getting around. So, and it's showing up on sites I never even thought about searching it up on. So that's been really, really good to see. But back to what you were saying, the volume on BNB, if this thing can hop into the mix and really generate and just get its own slice of that volume on BNB, here it is right here. It doesn't matter the lock to me. It's if the return is worth it.
Precisely.
Man, when I was a rookie in this stuff, I used to go, "Ooh, you want me to lock what?" And now it's like, man, if it gives me 1,000x return, man, keep it locked up. Whatever, man. Just keep dishing it out.
Yeah. Exactly that.
So yeah, I mean, it's just
you only need a tiny slice of that pie to make literally millions. in terms of just the sheer volume is so, like, if DeFi is the C, then BNB is like the freaking megalodon. So
Yeah.
like you just need a tiny percentage really of the overall volume, and
And this is what it's gonna look. This is testnet for it right here. That's just some pairs set up.
I haven't played around with this yet.
It looks just about like a Borean, but it's obviously got other pairs on it.
I think it's really good that a lot of people in this ecosystem are going to be familiar with the Borean and how it all works, which is going to basically just make it so much easier just to come over to Topaz and start using it. Megalodon, it was a good movie actually. I'm a massive shark film fan. My favorite film of all time is Jaws. I watched Jaws when I was way too young. But I was obsessed with sharks as a kid. My dad let me watch it when I was like 5, but it's my favorite film of all time, and I love shark films. And Megalodon, and obviously Jason Statham is quite entertaining in that as well. So it's nice to bring that as a sort of a visual on what this can sort of bring to the table. Freaking Megalodon. So
yeah,
Kidis obviously appreciates a good shark film, so
yeah,
can't beat Jaws. But I do like I like a lot of them. 47 Meters Down was actually pretty good, pretty freaky. Deep Blue Sea was pretty good. What other ones? There was Shallows, weren't too bad, but Jaws obviously is the original and best.
Millionz, I'm gonna tell you, man, this is something I've really been excited about for Tree. So, do you remember a couple of months back when somebody would sell a million Tree, how far down a rig candle would go?
Oh yeah, don't touch the sides now.
Yeah. So now this gentleman here, he was able to take profit and do whatever he wanted to do with it, which is great. And now our liquidity was barely even touched. So that is great to see. And
it's an SOS, a sign of strength.
Yeah. It's because I want people to, whatever their goals are coming into Tree, that they can come in, and if they just want to buy, hold, and sell, or do whatever, that's great. Oh, so there were some questions about this wallet right here, this one that's holding. See, now it's holding 87.79 million. Tree. Well, this wallet has contributed massively to Turbos. You were saying earlier we were going to have the Turbos discussion. Let's go over there.
Turbos chat.
So this wallet, let's see. Let's look up pools. And here's the Tree pool now. It's got almost 16.5K in liquidity just in it. So that's been really, really good to see. Yeah. So Millionz. Whenever somebody wants to earn, or if somebody is long-term in a project, in your opinion, so if you're long-term in a project, do you just buy and hold? What is your approach to it?
Well, I don't like to go all in on yield farming, only because I know my way around it, but I wouldn't consider myself an expert. So I don't want to put all of my capital up into yield farming, but I do always like to put a portion of it up. I've got what I call my treasury, which is the cold storage, long term, your Bitcoins, your XRPs, your Ethereums, your Cardanas, the stuff that I'm holding, which I see as like a treasury, and then I put a portion of my holdings into some yield farming, because I don't want to have a job in terms of managing these positions. I don't like to work with really tight ranges and stuff like that. So, like you were showing on turbos there a minute ago, I don't want to be constantly, looking at charts all day and trying to, and having to rebalance positions and stuff like that. So for stuff that I just want to use as like long-term holds, and I don't want it going to the top of the bottom of the range too quickly, I tend to use slightly wider ranges just so I can set and forget it to some degree.
Yeah.
And as I said before, I don't consider myself an expert, so I'm not going to be there all day looking at the screen rebalancing. Some people work with really tight ranges, and obviously you get very high APRs on that. But at the same time, you've got to understand impermanent loss and stuff like that. And do you want to be, technically cashing out of if you're using a stable coin position with a volatile asset, do you want to be cashing out of that too quickly by setting these really tight ranges? If you hit the upside, do you want to be eating the impermanent loss if you hit the downside too quickly? So really, like Brett Hartman was saying earlier on, sideways markets are really nice, where it's just chopping in between your two levels, and you're earning fees every single day. You're cash flowing your position. So I like to use some of my position in yield farms, but you have to think about what sort of stage of the market are we at. I mean, like I don't really want to be in particularly stable coin positions really right now, only because that's the way I think. I feel like we've got a lot more headroom now to go up rather than down.
I agree.
I could be wrong. We could go to zero tomorrow. I don't know, but it's just how I feel. So you've got to think about, how do you feel where the market is right now, and decide what sort of assets that you want to be pairing up. Do you want to be pairing up things like Bitcoin and ETH, where you've got two fairly correlated assets that kind of work in, similar, like when one pumps, the other one tends to pump to a degree? Do you want to be working with some of that volatility, or do you want to be fixing, half of your gains to a stable coin where you're missing 50% of the potential upside? And then if you'd just held the token, like, if you had $1,000 of Bitcoin and you paired it with USDC and had 50-50, you're potentially missing out. If you feel like it's going to get bullish soon, or in the near future, do you want to be pinning half of your potential upside to a stable coin? For me right now, no, I don't. That's for me, but I could be totally wrong. So these are the things you have to think about before you can look at this stuff and think, wow, like there's like 200% APR, I'm going to jump right into that. But people are not looking at how narrow those ranges are. And really, sometimes the best way to learn actually with these things, with impermanent loss, is to take a very small position out, even $20, $50, and just play with it and play with the ranges, so that you can sort of learn about hitting the top of the range or hitting the bottom of the range, and how it affects your your total. So I would say, if you want to practice with that sort of thing, practice small. When I jumped into it, I practiced with way too much capital, but you should do it with less to start with. Just some practice positions, just to get a feel of it, and then you can make bigger decisions as you go. But I like to have a portion of, just to answer the question, I've gone around the houses a little bit there, but just to answer your question, I like to use a section of the portfolio for yield farming, and I have a section in what I call my treasury, which is like, just leave it cold storage, don't touch it, and wait for see what the future holds with it. So yeah, that's my take on it. And also with DeFi, I've always said, I only put a certain percentage of my overall portfolio into DeFi, the higher risk stuff, but I've definitely gone in heavier than I usually would this year, because there's people that I trust in DeFi at the moment. You've got Aaron, you've got AJ, you've got Richie, you've got yourself, you've got people that, I'm happy to park more capital with than I would have been, say, for example, a year or two ago. So my DeFi portfolio is definitely a larger overall percentage of my crypto holdings this time round than it was last time, because I feel there's a lot of upside in these protocols. So we'll see if I'm right or not. It's my problem either way.
I can tell you what I did is, especially in SuiDex or SuiFarm in particular, in both. What I did is in the farms, I had 3 stablecoin positions. I had, let's see, I had Victory USDC, I had SUI Trump USDC, and I think I had one more, but I've gone to anything that was USDC. I've switched it over to a SUI pair.
Exactly.
Holy hell, 18.
Whoa, that is freaking wild.
Stop it. Hang on.
That is wild. So when I dropped that 2K in earlier, I think G Blue was like 12 bucks, and depth was 30 cents. So yeah, that's not bad for a day's work. But you know, I'm just holding. I'm not even looking. I'm just holding it now because I want that snapshot. So
that means your 2K, you're up 40% on it already.
Yeah. Not bad at all, eh?
Good. But on this, yeah, man, in a lot of these pairs, no, not swap, but in the pairs on SuiDex, I definitely have full exposure to SUI now. Absolutely.
Yeah, same. I swapped everything out about a month ago. Got out of all of USDC positions and just went in all in on the volatile assets. You know.
If you follow it on Noodles, you're going to see a new wallet. It's the holdings are not very high in it right now, but with NF trees coming up, we want to well, the screen would behave for me. You'll see a SUI name service NFT. It's Tree Treasury. That's where we're going to store a lot of our big funds to be able to pay NF tree holders back once we get going. Another good news on this, we are going to have a price update on the NF trees. I think everybody's going to like it coming up. So, because one thing we were looking at on this to make sure we attract more people into it, I was having a talk with the team the other day, and 5 million tree right now is $662.
Wow, is it really? That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is wild.
We want to create the most palpable opportunity for people to come into the NF tree world. So we're going to have a price update probably later this week once we get done with testing, and I think everybody's really going to like what we're going to announce. So yeah, make sure you got your 5 million tree. Make sure you got them staked and earning. Oh, another update on tree. And some people are actually doing this. I thought they weren't paying, but apparently they are. On moonbags.io, the liquid tree that I had, I actually went ahead and staked it back because on here, if tree is bought through Moonbags, it is still paying out a degree of it's still paying some out. So yeah. But my strategy on this is any liquid holdings I have, once I have enough tree SUI to match it with it, it's either going to go in Turbos or SuiDex. And also what has been literally Christmas Eve for me for the last 36 hours now is, I don't know if everybody's aware of this, but Tree is also listed now in Gecko Terminal. So they just picked up our chart from the 13th. That's why it looks like this. But I tweeted out, I put a post on X about a day and a half ago that our application is into CoinGecko. So we are hoping to get that approval coming up. I actually applied for CoinGecko in August of last year, and there was hardly any volume and things, but I just want to get a feel for what they wanted. So our numbers have been, for lack of a better term, tremendous over the past several months. And we're continuing to grow, and also with us being listed on SuiDex and things of that nature, I don't see why they would reject us now. I'd be shocked, and I'm putting that out there publicly, man. I don't see why they would. I mean, it's where the price of tree right now, you can see the yellow line I put up there. We're hanging above what Crybex Exchange. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Blockchain Money. Give us a comment about it, man. We want to know more. As a matter of fact, give me put me a link in the comments. We'll bring it up while we're doing the live. But on this, Millionz, this yellow line represents the price of what Tree was in August of last year when SUI was $3.50. So I was looking through all that, and if you go to the chart and go over here to SUI, and all this basic math, if we get from here and go all the way back up to $3.50, that's another 258.79% upside just on SUI recovering. So, some of these bigger holders like yourself, they already know what upside's coming, and they know the tokenomics of the project are being built just in a stout way. Because I mean, our liquidity to market cap ratio is right around the I think we're around the 50% mark right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, somewhere around there. But that's unheard of for a micro cap. So I mean, if you come into Tree and you want to buy a big bag and then sell a big bag, you can, because we have the liquidity to do it. And what's even great to see is these red candles that you've seen here in this area. That is our top holder zapping Tree into liquidity. So I mean, there's been a few sells and people have left, but the majority of those red candles is our top holder doing the absolutely best thing for the ecosystem and leaving the liquidity in and adding thickness to our floor. I would like to hear more about how Tree will be utilized besides having 5 million for the end of Tree. Is there a game utility that uses Tree? Yes, there is. We've got another game that's coming up. It's going to be just after Arboretum. We're also going to have a use for Tree in Arboretum as well. Those details will be released coming up soon. Our focus is getting the launch minted out, and then after that, yes, you will definitely have more to do with your Tree after that. But that is a very good question. I really appreciate that. Crybex Exchange. Yeah, man. Shoot the Crybex link over. We'll check it out. Millionz. So where's your next tree deposit going? SuiDex turbos, moonbags, where?
Well, I think turbos. Yeah, I think I might do turbos. I'm just building up a little bit of SUI now to match. I don't want to sell any Tree because I sold a ton of SUI about a week ago. I put it on X, actually. I think I did a video about it as well.
Yeah.
I sold a load of SUI, bought a load of Tree with it. So what I want to do is build up some SUI now to pair with it, because I don't want to sell half the Tree back into SUI again. So it kind of defeats the point of me selling the SUI in the first place. So I'm building up some SUI, and I'm going to put some liquidity on turbos. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit tonight. So
Okay.
I've got a few $100 of SUI hanging around in a wallet somewhere. I need to remember which wallet it is, but I'm going to stick that and match that up with some tree and get it over there on turbos.
Yeah.
So that's my plan.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm looking forward to the NF trees as well, because I hear there's going to be a Millionz 1-of-1 NF tree as well.
It's going to have a shiny bald head and sunglasses.
That's what we like.
Yes. You know, you really should launch your own token, man. I mean, I think you really and truly should.
I've got some ideas. Whether I do it or not, I don't know yet. But maybe I'll put the feelers out, see what the interest is like. But yeah, I might do it. Maybe I will.
Yeah, there's several games to where we can come with that. I know I've given you some ideas, man. I love seeing this volume on Tree Admin. This is great. This is absolutely great. And what's been really nice is for Tree, the bots are getting into it, arbitraging, and what that's doing, that's giving us transactional volume. It has been great. I have zero complaints. Zero complaints.
Yeah, it's my favorite token on SUI by far, the tree token. Absolutely love it. I've been in well since day one basically, but obviously I've known you since before Tree, so I've been in since day one, and I've only been building. I've not been selling. I've just been building. So
yeah, I'll tell you, man. I started Tree on a whim when Richie and YSDGM were giving me a tour of SUI. And then the next day I started it, and I never thought it would get this big. But you know, I have learned so much with in just these 8 months. Yeah, Tree is exactly, how old is it now?
is that what it's been? 8 months. It feels
8
like it's been
months and 25 days. Can you believe that?
It feels longer than that, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still young, it's still early.
So Brett, in the game, in Arboretum, a lot of your crates and things like that will be bought with SUI, and that will actually part of it will go towards buybacks for Tree. But we've got another game that I don't want to reveal yet. That we're really and truly trying to work on a suite of games for our ecosystem or Tree ecosystem, whichever way you want to call it. And the game after that will be a tree oriented game to where you can pay into it with Tree. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're also working on partner token payouts in games like that, where you put Tree in and you can get a partner token out. But yeah, it's we've got a lot of ideas. We're definitely not going anywhere. And as you can see by what we're building, the value we're building, and it's good to see bigger investors, especially people like this person and this person that have come in between these two wallets here, which is good to see. There's almost 30K invested solely in Tree. So that is really, really good to see. And once the NF trees get minted out, it's going to be interesting, because then you'll it'll be interesting to see how it goes after that. I think it's going to be even better, because we're going to do part of the revenue with Arboretum. We're going to do a huge buyback on Tree to really lock that high value in. So I mean, even if someone's not going to buy an NF tree, get you a bag of Tree, stake it away, and put it in SuiDex, put it in turbos, put it in moon bags. Anywhere you go, you're going to earn fees. But I can tell you this: you have double earning potential with SuiDex and SuiFarm, because then you can earn victory token emissions. I mean, you can have a schedule every week, harvest your reward tokened out, put it in the token locker, swap it out for whatever you're investing in, and DCA. Hell, you use SuiFarm to DCA into Bitcoin, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was something I've been doing almost since the beginning of SuiDex, SuiFarm, is taking a portion of the rewards and putting into SuiWrap Bitcoin. So I sometimes lock a little bit in the token locker. I'll take part of it and buy some Bitcoin, something like a real blue chip in that respect, and then I'll buy something a bit more volatile, like Sui or Tree or whatever, and split it up like that, basically. So I'm getting the best of all worlds. Then I'm supporting the protocol by using the token locker. I'm buying a blue chip asset that I'm going to be holding long term, like Bitcoin or Sui Wrap Bitcoin in this instant. I can either leave that on Sui or I can transfer it to whatever other chain I want to, and then I can build up my speculation bags as well with the altcoins. So that's what I like to do with yield farming. I was doing exactly the same thing on Aborian. I've actually moved it off of Aborian now. As I said before, I'm out of the LP with G Blue and ETH, but I was buying, out of the rewards, like $10 or so a day of Bitcoin every single day, and and things like that. So it's just, it's a great way to DCA into assets without having to go out in the real world and work more hours, to try and find money to reinvest. You can use your fees to either build the same bag, keep inflating the same bag, or you can take that and inflate some other bag somewhere else. But that's what I love about yield farming. And if rent's due or bills are due, you can take a little bit of your fees and pay whatever you need to pay with it, but you're not having to sell your principal. So that's kind of a big part of today, that this stream's topic really tonight has been the importance of yield and how it can really change your life, really, in many ways.
Yeah, because there's several friends that I have here in where I live, and what happens is they go, "Hey, did you chase that 10% pump today and whatever?" And it's like, "No." They're like, "Well, why not?" I'm like, "Because," and another term that I've been using with people recently is people say rewards. Okay, I go, "Well, what type of rewards is it? Is it trading fees or is it emissions?" And this is in any project. And it's like, and then once you get into emissions versus rewards, I mean, obviously a lot of LP rewards are transactional based, but then you get into projects that offer emissions as well. I mean, because like take for example, Debt, the NFT project you and I are in, that's emissions. That is three. Like we both have a pay rate. The pay rate, regardless of the value of the token, every day is 361 tokens a day. It just so happens to be $180 this day, $150 that day, but it's the term emissions. And that's what I've been preaching about SuiDex and SuiFarm. It's, yeah, you're going to earn LP fees over here, but you've got this other steady paycheck over here where you continue to earn. And the thing of it is with, I mean, you and I have talked about this a lot. SuiDex and SuiFarm is so stinking early that, I mean, every day they're evolving, every day they're making better things. Sui keeps on having bullish news as well coming along. I think, I don't know. Let's see, did Furley put any news in the comments? No, he did not. But on that, I mean, it just all these different. And do you remember the time when we talked about it was a little bit here and a little bit there type of mentality? Do you remember that, to where it's like if you're earning $10 here, 15 over here, 20 over here, when you do that and you add up enough, if one fizzles out or pauses for a little while, you still have your other you have your income sources all over the place. That's why I like Topaz Dex. Okay. Yeah, I'll take some locked Topaz. Give me that income as well. And I mean, it's like for example, Texit Coin. there's not really any news to talk about in it. It's not dead, but they're getting all their problems resolved, and then that will kick back in, or the value will increase in it because the demand will increase in it. So I mean, it's just when you have all these different passive income protocols everywhere. Hell, you taught me a lot of it. It's like, man, don't do one thing, do a bunch of small things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the riskiest parts of having a job is it's your only source of income. That's like people say, "Oh, I've got a stable job or whatever." No, nothing's stable. Like, no job is stable. And if you've only got one source of income, then whether that be in DeFi or whether it be in real life work, you're only one pulls away from having nothing. So I always think that you're if you the more income streams you can build, the better. And yeah, I certainly wouldn't want to rely on, I mean, I'm in this space pretty much full time, and I wouldn't want to rely on just a single job for anything
No.
particularly, because you know
Oh,
how fickle employers can be. I mean, I've been in jobs as a freelancer before, back in London, a few years back, and one day you're earning some big bucks, the next day there's the work's dried up and there's nothing. So that's the danger of having a job and thinking it's stable. I mean, I always think if you've got a job and you're doing well in it, build some other income streams as well. You use some of that active income to build some passive income, because if shit hits the proverbial fan, you're not going to be left with nothing. You can still cover your bases if you need to. And I think the same as in DeFi. If you're doing this stuff, full time or part time, build a few. Jump on a few trusted teams. Use your own due diligence, and build your positions. Over time, so that if one fizzles out, I mean, we've all been there. We've all, I mean, there's some stuff I don't even want to say the name of because it hurts so much. Stuff that we thought would go on a lot longer than it did. Begins with P. Second word is C.
yeah.
You guys might know what I'm talking about, but things can happen. Things happen, and I left a lot of cash on the table in that one, showing too much loyalty and trust to one protocol. So you learn, right? Sometimes they're painful lessons, but you definitely won't do it again. When you get your ass spanked like that, you're going to make sure that in future that you spread the eggs a little bit out of one basket. But yeah, totally. Yeah, get a few trusted teams that have got a proven track record, and build those positions. We've got options now. A couple of years ago, it was all pissing in the wind. It was very, very high risk. But now, as much as DeFi, I still consider it high risk. We have some trusted teams doing the good work for DeFi. We have options now, in my opinion. So there's no excuse not to be making passive income. If you've never made $1, if you make $1 a day in passive income, you're ahead of 99% of the population. Most people have no idea how to make a single dollar outside of their day job. They've got no idea. If you took their day job away right now, they would have not a single idea how to make one lonely dollar from their computer. But we're in these spaces now where we can say, "Oh yeah, well, I'm just making $100 a day on that one, and I'm just making $50 a day on that one." I'm just, we're in a space now where the opportunities are so incredibly rich that anyone can come into this space and earn $1 a day and be ahead of 99% of the world's population. So it's a nice perspective to have sometimes. I think.
Somebody the other day, they were like, he said, "Hey man, how do you judge what you need to make per day?" I said, "Well, this is my job. This is how much it's paid, and I'm able to pay my bills." He said, "No, no, 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 no." He said, "Passive income wise, have you ever thought about that?" I said, "Well, no." He said, "Take your bring home from your job that you're able to pay your bills with and divide it by 30." And I said, "Oh, okay." So, and I did that, divided it by 30. And then if something ever happens to your job, if you have enough passive income set up that way, that you'll be okay. Obviously, as long as the passive income keeps paying out. But that was a very eye-opening way to think about something like that, and it was so simple. It was actually hard. So I was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So, yeah. Sometimes you've got to break it down to something that simple. But that's the most powerful stuff sometimes. You've got to consider, when you're earning passive income, you're not paying for travel. You're not paying for lunches necessarily, eating out every day at work, or, you're not paying for coffee every single day on the way to the station or whatever. There's a lot of things that you're saving. You don't necessarily quite need as much as what you would need in a day job to cover your expenses. And of course, a lot of that depends on where you're living. For example, as well. I mean, a classic example. I mean, I'm living in Mexico City, as you know, in probably one of the nicest areas of Mexico City, because I have a family. So there's the things I have to think about. Now, if I was on my own, just as a bachelor guy, I wouldn't have an apartment as big as this one, because I wouldn't need it. So I'd have a much smaller apartment.
yeah,
And I wouldn't be doing as much shopping, because I'd probably be eating street food every day for a couple of dollars here and there,
yeah,
because you can get a meal for $2 on the street, and it's a really good, really nice meal. You go to one of the local vendors. The rent here is not cheap, but it's way cheaper than London for the same size apartment with all the trimmings. And I got my quarterly gas bill through yesterday, the first one, because obviously we've been here 3 months, and I was expecting something, but it was what would this be in dollars? About $35 for 3 months worth of gas. Now,
what?
now, bear in mind, that's 2 bathrooms, that's dishwasher, that's washing machine, dryer, 2 showers. Everyone's showering once a day at least. We're cooking every day on the stove. It's a gas stove. We've not been holding back at all, and it was basically equivalent. It was less than $40 for 3 months worth of gas. So, obviously where you live
Viva
on.
la Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong, not everything's cheap here. Food shopping and stuff is kind of what I'd pay in the UK. Sometimes a little more expensive, a little bit, but there are other things like the bills, and like if you want to take an Uber, I can get an Uber 5-10 kilometers and it only cost me a few dollars. Little things like that where you notice a massive difference. So, but yeah, in terms of covering your what you need, if you can just at least have a contingency to your job where you're earning enough, and if you're earning active and passive income at the same time, great, you're absolutely balling.
Yeah,
You're doing great. But I'm sure you've been in the same position, Peter, where this time 6 months ago, 12 months ago, there were a couple of protocols paying out eye-watering amounts, like eye-watering, like the kind of money that is truly insane. But when they go under, you've got to take it on the chin, and you've got to hope that you've diversified enough with those funds that you haven't kept it all in the same place, because these things can happen. You can wake up one morning and some of that high risk stuff can be gone, can just be
yeah,
gone. So you got to be a little grown up about things sometimes, especially if you're supporting a family, or you've got responsibilities. It's not so bad if you're a younger guy, you're living at home, you can make these mistakes easily. But if you got a family and stuff to support, you've got to be a little bit sensible with how you're doing things. You don't have to be. You can be a total DJ if you want, but it depends. It depends, where you're at on that. But for me, yeah, I like to spread things out and have a few different income streams, and every single day I'm looking for new ones as well. So drop in the chat, guys, if there's anything we haven't chatted about tonight that you think we should be looking at. Let us know in the chat, and we'll take a look.
yeah. This is your turn now. If you guys want to check something out. But now, man, this little community is pretty fascinating. We got another one on here. Look at that, Top Hogan. Look, that's another community I haven't had a chance to look into yet. Panda on SUI. A whole nother rabbit hole to go down.
Don't talk to me about rabbit holes. There's enough I've been going down lately.
Oh, I had mesquite chicken today too. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it was.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. That's for another podcast, I guess.
Yes.
Have you seen that meme? Have you seen that meme where me and my bro start a podcast, and then on day 2 they're being led out in handcuffs?
Yeah.
That's basically, we got to try and make sure that's not us.
Oh yes.
It could
Oh
easily
yeah.
be.
Yeah. I don't know if Signal has a podcast or not, but that would be about the right place to do it.
Yeah, somewhere unbannable. It'd have to be like Rumble or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are getting crazy, by the way, with the EU and all that sort of stuff. They're like really going crazy on banning sort of internet freedoms and stuff. It's getting wild. I mean, if you guys have been following me on X for about 2 years now, I've been saying that if you're in the EU or the UK, get yourself a plan B, like residency or passport. Like, I'm not being funny, yeah. When you look at the potential to make big money in this bull run, like for me, it's not going to be about Ferraris and Lambos and all that stuff. For me, it's about stacking up as many passports and as many residencies as possible. Like, I've already got obviously a couple, but I'm looking at another plan, a plan C, plan D. The real wealth is going to be mobility, most likely over the next sort of 10 years. So get yourselves, in my opinion, there's options out there. If you guys want any information on that stuff, you can always DM me and I can give you a little information on a few of those sort of things. But I really do think with the way, I don't think the US is out of the woods either, because there's a lot of stuff happening under the guise of other things. Right? They're still going to push for that CBDC. You know, your boy. I mean, look, I'm not political. I think it's not red versus blue. It's the state versus you. So I'm not like a red or blue guy. I don't go down with like polarized politics like that. For me, it's like, no, they're think about the WWF, WWE. They're out there fighting in the ring, but when they go backstage, they're shaking hands, they're having drinks together. So you've got to think about yourself and get some of those plan Bs and plan Cs going, because Europe's getting crazy right now. I've been warning people for 2 years. You know, I've got a lot of contacts and a lot of these sort of things, and it's kind of all happened as it was warned. So internet freedom and stuff is super important, and a lot of these sort of countries are coming for crypto and DeFi as well, trying to shut that stuff down, and retail could have a problem, you know, being involved in it sooner or later if you're in the wrong place. So
God's greater!
Yes, mate. Yes, you're hearing it. I'm spilling it tonight. But for me, I think plan B outside of the West somewhere is always a good idea. You might never need it. Hopefully you won't. Hopefully it's all good and it will be flowers and roses, but it's nice to have these options, especially if you're in crypto and DeFi. And a lot of these guys who are in these spaces are into freedom. You know, the whole point of crypto is to sort of be sovereign with your finance. And a lot of people have that mindset of, leave me alone. I just want to be left alone. But it's a good idea not only to diversify your crypto portfolios, but diversify your residency and passport portfolios as well. And I think that's going to be the real ballers, are going to be the people that have looked ahead in about 5 or 10 years time and done that with their bull run money, rather than buy overpriced houses and cars, which fixes them even more to the matrix, so to speak. So So anyway, I've nattered on long enough about that, but you guys know how I feel on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We sure did, and we thank you for that. So guys, y'all got anything? Seriously, let us know. We'll hang out for another couple of minutes if you want us to check something out. But seriously, just to kind of summarize a lot of this, this is a new opportunity that you guys know the crap ton of volume that's on BNB. So if you're in G Blue or in depth, this is a chance to get involved on another passive income protocol. And if you don't do it, you can still take advantage of the token price appreciation. What happens with the let's see, with this coming down here, you can see what all's going to come out. That's topazdex.com. And if you go to the upper right hand corner and hit the airdrop, it'll tell you what to do. And we talked about multiple passive income printers tonight. Oh, this is what I want to tell you that I hadn't had a chance to show yet. Check out what pops up when you go to treetoken.net now.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so we have our own in-house swapper that works with SuiDex. So you can go on here, and of course we're live, so it probably won't work. But let's make sure it'll work. Yep, there we go.
Nice.
It'll pull Slush right up. There you go. And it just swapped.
Love that. Mm-hmm. That's a nice addition.
Yep. And if you're a SuiDex person, you can click the button here and go right into SuiDex. And then if you want to stake your LP, it'll take you right over to SuiFarm. So we're working on having it to where you can react with it right off the website, and it'll take you to the pair over on Turbos. Is what, man, Tree's on a good dip right now, I'm telling you. And the only reason
that's really good timing. That's really nice timing, because I did say after this AMA is finished, after this live's finished, I'm going to be heading over and buying some more trees. So if there's a little dip going on, I might even chuck in a few extra coins as well. So I do like to get the best value.
So what's so exciting about it right now, and if you go into Tree, if you go into Noodles and look at it, what it is, some of it is sales again, but if you look like right here, past the bot DD82, watch, see Brett's even doing it too. He's DCAing. But if you go, all right, so Bo took some profit, that's fine too. And then, but if you go to this guy right here and watch what he's doing, so you'll see there's some sales. This is the big wallet holder. Watch what happens. You go to liquidity change. Look at all this, and this was the top holder that bought the ever living crap out of Tree the other day. So like on here, you'll see some of these removes. He simply moved liquidity from SuiDex over to Turbos, but he actually wound up bringing it right back because he wanted to get the victory token emissions. But you can see just over the last 16 days added to all of this is SuiDex, 400, 500, 125, 580, 260. Let's see, we got another comment. Does it aggregate with Turbos and SuiDex like Sui jumps out with citizens? Brett, are you talking about the web? I'm sorry, Brett, I didn't see the comment in time. Let me know if you're talking about the website. But on this, like here's some ginormous ads. 880 Sui, 6.53 million. And even 4 hours ago, what happened is he zapped out, I think it was 4 million Tree, 2 million got sold, converted to Sui, but then he added, there it is, converted to 285. So he added 2.1 million Tree and then 285. So yeah. Yes, Brett. The website, yes, it does. It aggregates with Turbos and SuiDex. Yes. So it will. The price will get you the best deal. So what you think about that, Millionz?
Yeah, man, it's a really, really nice addition. That, yeah, and also, the movements they look sensible. They're adding the liquidity. They're stabilizing the protocol. It's great. It's just really, really nice, man. The protocol, the project is building really, really organically. I love that. I mean, I told you I've been in since day one, so I've been through all the ups and downs, and obviously because of SUI basically crapping itself a couple of
Yeah.
times on route, obviously doesn't help with momentum, but as we were discussing earlier on, I see a lot more upside than I do downside right now. So it's load your bags time, in my opinion, on everything that you're bullish on. You know, DCA is a powerful thing. No one knows the bottom. We could be at the bottom now. We could have a little further to go, but no one knows. That's why DCA is so important. I try to take out all the emotion. And if I see a little dip like this on Tree, I mean, I know it's up a lot, but I think there's a ton of upside for Tree, definitely.
Well,
So
I can
I've got no problem buying.
I can tell you this. I finally got in touch with this guy who holds a lot of Tree. He ain't selling, and he's starting to put it into LP, and he's got it everywhere because he's got a long runway on this.
Nice.
So that was really good to hear.
It's a big compliment when someone invests in like in a new project. Well, because it's new, it's only 8 months old, as we said earlier, but it's building some beautiful foundations. It's a big compliment when someone jumps in with the fat or bag like that. You know, it's just a testament to how they view your character. Or, you know, because ultimately a protocol is the dev, right? Because it only exists because of the dev. So the trust is there, which is great to see, and that's why I've parked some capital in here as well.
So August the 7th, right here. 7th. So that is, let's see. So let's add some text on this. So August the 7th was the Tree all-time high, and that's on the SUI chart. And I put in here let's see, text alignment top. All right, so people wonder why Tree took such a big old dip. So there's Tree's all-time high right there, and now look at SUI's price.
Yeah, SUI crapped itself basically.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not just SUI. It's not just SUI. Everything's down. You look at other stuff, Cardano, Chainlink, VeChain.
Yeah.
They've all crapped the bed. So it's nothing specific to SUI. But, yeah, I mean, this is going to be SUI's first bull run. So the sky is potentially the limit for that. I mean, we don't have a previous bull run to kind of compare it to. So that's why I'm you know, glad that I'm involved in the SUI ecosystem right now, because if SUI hits price discovery, you imagine what's going to happen to stuff like Tree.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Man, if just this going from right here back up to this spot right here, $5.39. That's 445.98% upside.
Just to the previous.
I mean, that's what you got to look forward to in SUI Trump, Tree Token, Victory, all of it. So that's, and then talking to Richie about the farm, once Victory comes back up, then the APRs come up as well too. So there's a lot to look forward to.
Exactly. You watch that TVL go up, then you're going to watch everything, all the metrics going north, you know. So it's going to be a beautiful thing to see. Very, very exciting. But now is the time to build positions. You know, now is the time to get your shit together and get prepared, because things might seem a bit boring now, but if you guys have ever been through a bull run before, shit can get really, really eye-watering real fast. So it's preparation time.
Have you asked Richie if victory allocation might be increased in the meme category while reducing the emission for the other memes? I remember Blub and Toilet both having theirs reduced for shock. Yeah. So I had a talk with Richie about that, and I'm continuing to be in his ear about it because as far as Tree goes, we're going to continue to be in SuiDex, and we are going to continue to support no matter what happens with the allocation. But on it, I can tell you just from if you go to LP and look at TVL, Tree is definitely showing up because we're the fourth highest TVL on SuiDex.
That's impressive.
Yeah, we've been trading spots back and forth with SUI Tree and the USDC SUI Trump pair.
Wow.
So yeah, and I've got more locals who are actually who are into crypto, and they're fascinated with this whole tree thing because it's more people in the industry that I'm in. So they've asked, hey, what will 10K do? Where can I park it? How can I earn? And to tell them about parking into LP, parking into the farms and things like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, I am seeking investors the real world way, hand to hand, eye to eye conversations, and then doing it also online. So I'm telling you, man, I beat the bushes every day to grow this ecosystem, and I am not going to stop. I'm not going to stop, and I will be fully visible, transparent about everything that's going on. And again, I will tell you this. Richie helped us tremendously by giving us the chance to put us on SuiDex. And that I will publicly say I am grateful to him for that, because he did not have to do that. And by doing that, that gave us a jump start, because that gave a use case for Tree to earn victory emissions. I've done a lot of hard work myself, but I can tell you this, Richie has been a great person, just like yourself, to run ideas and just off of. But yeah, he has been a tremendous help in all this, and he's a very giving person. It shows a lot about his character when he gives to the point to where, when you know this, I mean, like you don't have to. You got a bigger following. Richie has one, but hey, it's all about being a community and working together. I try to stay as humble as I can in this, because without community, a project lead is nothing. So I really, really cherish the community 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I like to align myself with people that I trust, and that I get on with. It's always a bonus. But absolutely, when it comes to I mean, I love to dabble in a few degen plays, but the majority of the time I just like to focus on people that are doing the good work in this crazy space. And yourself, Peter,
man,
Peter, definitely one of
yes.
those. So yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, good. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock where you are, right?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. I've still got a few churros left over, so I'm going to be finishing them off soon. I don't want too much sugar too late at night. So yeah, I have a churros and a green tea. That's the rest of my evening planned out. Nice.
Oh yeah. Done with that.
Yep.
Here we go. Yeah. Here's one more. Have you taken a look at how to add a V3 pool on Turbo? So I'm curious to see for your riskier investors what the liquidity makeup is there. And I'll show you right now. Let's see. Soon weekly or bi-weekly meetings in person in Steak and Shake about Tree. There are pro crypto accepting. Did you know that? Did you know that Steak and Shake takes Bitcoin as a payment.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they
interesting.
do it through the Lightning wallet.
Ah, okay. Very nice. I mean, a Cake wallet is a great Lightning wallet for Bitcoin as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, really, really cool. I love that. I
So
mean,
let's
the more places that do that, I mean, that's what we need right now, right? I mean, wasn't
yeah.
the whole point of Bitcoin was to spend it as a like an alternative to Ponzi fiat money? And yet,
Yeah.
it's 2026 and people aren't spending it. They've fallen for the psyop of, oh, hold it, it's digital gold. It's like, no, bro, this shit was meant to be fucking getting rid of those central banks. It's like, what happened? What happened? But look, the more places that accept Bitcoin, Monero, whatever they want to accept, the better. So I didn't know about that Steak and Shake. I don't think there's any in Mexico City though. I've not seen any anyway. Maybe there are some. I'll try it. If I see one in Mexico City, I'm going to go there with the Lightning wallet and get everyone burger and chips.
That would be a good live for you to do, a good walk and talk. Hey, we're going to go to Steak and Shake.
Yeah, if I tell you what, actually, I'm going to start doing is because there is a crypto community and there are people out here that are very aware of crypto because they actually run Monerotopia here once a year in Mexico City, funnily enough, and all the vendors accept Monero. So I'm going to start looking and finding out some vendors that accept crypto, and we'll start doing that shit live. Start going out there and buying stuff with crypto and just sort of raising the awareness of these people that are brave enough, to be stepping out there and accepting crypto. So yeah, it's a good shout. That I like the idea of that, and it gives me a good excuse to go and find some taco stands that accept Bitcoin or Monero. That'd be brilliant.
Yes.
It's a good excuse to eat some more tacos.
So, Brett, on V3 for Tree. So this is obviously in turbos. So if you want to come in, I prefer a plus or minus 10% in this. Now, for everybody watching, this is estimated APR. This is estimated according to trading activity and farming bonus in the past 7 days. No means can it guarantee future returns. So bear that in mind. But on this, and this is APR based on the last 7 days. If you did plus or minus 10%, it would be 504%. If you did plus or minus 5%, you're in the 900 and let's see. When Tree first came out, I bought a small amount and put it in a liquidity pool on turbos. It was mostly SUI with a little bit of turbos. So if Tree dropped in price, I would have cheap Tree here. Yes, because that's where the impermanent loss thing comes into play, because what happens is if Tree's dropping in price, people are grabbing their suit and headed for the hills, so you got cheaper Tree. However, and I actually had to talk with Richie about this some time ago. You can actually see where what's interesting is you can see where the liquidity starts to drop off on it, and it's right around there. See where that gray starts to go down. So that's where there's less liquidity on turbos. So let's see. Yeah, so it would be in the 0.0016 SUI per tree range on it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. One last piece of information. So on this, there was a discussion this week locally about Tree, and two guys that were halfway decently knowledgeable about LP. Here we go. Took screenshots where I was making 300 to 500% APR, which drove interest in the DAO, and more people started getting Tree, which gave you that big initial pump. Yes, you're right. When Tree went up in price, I got SUI, so made money, and had to pull and buy Tree and continue doing that, getting the APR as Tree did well. Last week, if you would have done that, you could have run it through the LP multiple times, because when people started running the price up, it would have done really good for you. Millionz. What I was saying though is I did some research this week of when to zap in with Tree or when to zap in with SUI. And one of the conversations was, so Tree is directly correlated to SUI, right? So if SUI goes up 10%, Tree goes up 10%. And the basic analogy of it is, and this is what this big guy is doing, when SUI goes up, he actually zaps Tree in, so he sells into strength, which it barely paints any type of a red candle on the chart.
Nice.
However, when Tree is going down in price, that's when he would zap SUI in to divide it up that way. So that was pretty nice to see those responsible actions taking place from such a big holder.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all you can ask for, really, from people that are holding a big bag, is that they're responsible, and it sounds like this guy is. So that's a really cool to see. Really nice to see him playing the game kind of as it should be played and being responsible with his bags. So yeah, shout out to him, whoever he is. I don't know him, but he's doing a good one for Tree there. I think it's nice.
So I went and looked around. This is all his additions to the liquidity on on Tree right now. And I'm going to tell you, this is something else I want to tell everybody who's watching. So if you're one of these people right here, great. But if you are any one of these guys right here with loose Tree, do yourself a favor. Either and this is what makes the chart even more attractive. With these going into LP, it strengthens our price. So if someone sells off, which again, anybody has, it's their business to do what they want to with their money. However, as a community, you can always work together to strengthen LP. But so if you take some SUI, combine it with your Tree, put it in turbos, put it in SuiDex, put it wherever, or if you want to still at least try to earn something off of your Tree and you want to still hold it liquid and make your SUI work elsewhere, you can always go right here into moon bags and go into this staking right here. And you can actually add it. See, I've got 44 million trees single-sided staked just in moon bags. Yeah. And top holder, he's also got right here, he's got an additional 43 million single side staked in moon bags as well. So he's got Tree everywhere, but the key to it is he's taking it out of liquid, so it makes the project look even better by showing commitment to the ecosystem.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. But that's it. That's really what I was just trying to say is the more participation like that, it tends to help out more, you know. You look like you're cogitating hard on that, sir.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do with my Tree, because I've got a ton of it liquid, so I need to get it paired up. But I need to reaccumulate some SUI because I don't want to sell the Tree into SUI. So
yeah, the goal is to get this top 10 holder list below. I think it's 20%, because whenever I present Tree to somebody, I want everything to be in the green, and I want to be able to show on all avenues that not just me, but the community is doing everything that we should. And then when this next wave of volume comes in and we get new holders, I can't tell you enough. This right here. Let's see. I'm gonna take a risk. Let's go right here, and let's go all the way down to the bottom. Let's see where we stand right now. Look, so that was the one in August of 25. Holy shit, we're approved. We're do you see that? Do you see that, Millionz?
15th of April, approved.
Look at that, guys.
We're seeing that here first. This is alpha on stream.
We're getting listed on CoinGecko.
If I had some champagne here, mate, I'd pop it for you right now. That's freaking awesome.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut this bit and make a short out of it.
So let's see if it shows up in the search. Let's see.
I wonder if it takes a bit of time to show up first, but maybe. See how fast they work. There you go.
Holy hell, look at there, guys. We are officially listed on CoinGecko.
Guys, this wasn't rehearsed, by the way. This is actually like off the bat. This is legit alpha. Awesome, mate. Really, really well done.
Wow.
Yep.
We did it.
CoinGecko. Nice, mate.
So there you go.
Very nice. Very, very good.
So now we are, the eyes are going to get everywhere on Tree, guys. I'm telling you.
Let's all push this out there. Let's all share this news, take some screenshots. You know, let's push this out there. I'm going to do that as soon as we got off stream. Take some screenshots of this and push it out to everyone. That's great news, mate.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I've got some expos to do tonight too. I gotta find the graphics now listed on CoinGecko. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that, y'all.
That's freaking awesome.
Look, it's even tracking the total supply.
Yeah.
What's in the burn wallet, what's already come out of the burn wallet. Look at that.
That's great. It's a big day for Tree. A big day for the whole community.
Oh my God. Yep.
I'm glad we did this on stream.
Better load up.
Yeah, I'm glad we did this on stream. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Not gonna lie to you, man. I was nervous.
We were only chatting yesterday about the application, weren't we? We were chatting on Signal chat about the application. So
yes.
Yeah, what an awesome way to wrap up this stream. Super.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's it. Yeah. We're listed on CoinGecko.
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that? That's freaking awesome. Shout out to the chat, by the way. It's been great having everyone sort of chipping in tonight and everything. It's been a really, really good one. What's the
Brett, why did you get suspended?
Yeah, what have you been saying, mate?
Wow. Now listen to CoinGecko. Wow, what a great ring to that.
Superb. Guys, let's get the word out there. Let's share in the celebration.
Wow. If more community folks talk to them, it helps. Yes.
True.
And then when your token comes out, we'll get you listed.
There you go. You're inspiring me. You're inspiring me to do it. We'll chat about that on the next stream. But yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah. We have officially hit the 2-hour mark. Millionz. If you don't mind, hang around for 10 seconds right afterwards. But
yeah, sure, mate.
All right, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one.